Once upon a time, there were two best friends, Kelly and Laura. They were inseparable and had grown up together in a small village. Kelly was 26, stunning, with long curly brown hair and bright black eyes. She was romantic and always dreamed of marrying a rich man and living a luxurious life. Her boyfriend Joel, however, wasn't rich. In fact, he was struggling. Kelly, who was an orphan, had managed to finish school with Joel's help, but still felt unfulfilled. She didn't want to settle for love without money. Laura, on the other hand, was 23 and beautiful too. She was focused on her career and wanted to support her poor parents, who had sacrificed everything for her education. Laura wasn't interested in relationships. She was hardworking and dependable, always the one Kelly leaned on. Before they moved to the city, Kelly lived with Laura and her parents, who treated her like family. After completing school, both girls decided to move to the city. They shared a small apartment. Kelly worked as a secretary, and Laura started a career in finance. Joel wanted to marry Kelly, but she said no. He wasn't rich enough. One evening, Kelly broke down and told Laura she was pregnant with Joel's baby. Laura congratulated her and encouraged her to see it as a blessing, but Kelly wasn't happy. She insisted on having an abortion because Joel wasn't financially stable. Laura tried to convince her to change her mind. Joel was thrilled when he heard the news and begged Kelly to keep the baby. She still refused. Joel turned to Laura for help. After a deep conversation, Laura finally convinced Kelly to keep the child, on the condition that Joel and Laura would take care of everything and Kelly wouldn't have to work. Months passed, and Kelly gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. But instead of bonding with the baby, she felt even more distant. She couldn't accept raising a child with someone she believed would never be wealthy. 2 weeks after the birth, while Laura was at work, Kelly packed up and left. She left a note on the baby's crib. "I can't take care of this baby. I can't be with Joel because he's too poor." When Laura got home, she found the crying baby in the note. She was heartbroken. She called Kelly, but her phone was off. Laura and Joel reported her missing and searched everywhere, but Kelly had vanished. That day, Laura made a promise to raise Joel Jr. as her own. She poured her heart into taking care of him. Joel was grateful, but also devastated by Kelly's actions. Over time, Laura and the baby became very close. Her parents helped raise the child, and they all created a warm and stable home. However, Laura started getting distracted at work. Her mind was always on her son back in the village with her parents. She started making mistakes on the job, and one day, her boss called her into the office. She was fired and asked to pay for a major financial error. Laura was crushed. Joel, sensing something was wrong, called her. She tried to hide her feelings, but he could tell something was up. Then Joel shared some good news. He had landed a great job with a top company. He now had an apartment, company car, and was even going abroad for 6 months of training. Laura was happy for him. Joel sent her a large amount of money to support her and the baby. She tried to refuse, but he insisted. Before traveling, Joel gave Laura his company apartment to ease her financial burden. 6 months later, Joel returned. He had been regularly sending money while away. The first people he visited upon return were Laura and Joel Jr. They were thrilled to see him. Joel rented a different apartment for himself so Laura and the child could stay in the company apartment comfortably. One day, he noticed Laura wasn't going to work anymore. She opened up and told him about losing her job. Joel apologized and promised to take care of her and her parents. In just 2 years, Joel rose quickly in his new career. He eventually opened his own business and became very successful. He bought a mansion and moved Laura, their son, and Laura's parents in. He even opened a large business for Laura to manage. Meanwhile, Kelly was living the high life with a wealthy businessman named Teddy. They met at an upscale party, and she was attracted to his money and charm. One afternoon, Kelly's friend Juliet visited. As they chatted in Teddy's luxurious house, a breaking news segment appeared on TV. Joel was being awarded the Best Businessman of the Year. Standing beside him were Laura, Joel Jr., and Laura's parents. Kelly stared in shock. "That's Joel, and my son," she gasped. Juliet asked, "Wait, what? You left your man and baby?" Kelly nodded. "Joel was broke. He had nothing. I didn't think he'd ever become anything." Juliet was stunned. "But he just won a national award." Kelly sat frozen, realizing how badly she had misjudged him. Later, at Joel Jr.'s 3rd birthday party, friends and family celebrated with joy. Colorful balloons, laughter, and a big cake filled the room. During the celebration, Joel pulled out a ring and proposed to Laura. Everyone went quiet. Laura was shocked and hesitant. "Joel, I can't. Kelly is still out there. She was my best friend. What if she finds out?" Joel calmly replied, "Kelly is my past. You're my future. I love you." Her parents and friends encouraged her. Even little Joel Jr. said, "Mummy, please say yes." Laura finally nodded and said yes. The room erupted in cheers, and Joel hugged her tightly. Later, they had a small but beautiful wedding. Surrounded by loved ones, they exchanged vows and danced happily as husband and wife. Meanwhile, Juliet went to Teddy's office and tried to seduce him, but Teddy was angry. "How dare you come here with this?" he shouted. "I love you, Teddy," she said, "but Kelly doesn't. She only loves your money. She abandoned her baby just weeks after giving birth. Is that the woman you want to marry?" Teddy was shocked and accused her of lying. "Then ask her yourself," Juliet said before storming out. Teddy couldn't shake what he'd heard. He left work and rushed home. Kelly welcomed him with a smile, but he was serious. "Don't touch me, just answer my questions." He asked, "Have you ever given birth?" Kelly paused, then said yes. "Did you leave your ex because he was poor?" he continued. She avoided answering, but Teddy pressed until she finally admitted it. "So I was right," he said. "You're only here for my money. If I lose it all, you'll leave me too." He stormed inside, threw out her belongings, and kicked her out, ignoring her cries. Kelly sat outside for hours. With nowhere to go, she checked into a hotel. But when she tried using her bank cards, they didn't work. Out of desperation, she used a new number to call Laura. "Hello," Laura answered. "It's me, Kelly," she said softly. "Kelly who?" Laura asked. "Your best friend, Kelly." Laura was stunned. "Why are you calling?" Kelly asked. "How's my son? And Joel?" "They're fine," Laura replied, hesitant. "I want to talk to Joel. Tell him I'm sorry. I love him and my son. I made a mistake," Kelly said. Laura stayed silent, then answered, "I can't give you Joel's number. Sorry." And she hung up. After Laura ended the call, Kelly tried calling again, but Laura didn't answer. Laura started pacing the room, anxious and restless. When Joel came in and saw her upset, he rushed over. Laura ran into his arms, crying. "I told you this would happen before we got married," she sobbed. "Kelly called today. She wants your number and says she misses you and Joel Jr. How will she react when she finds out I married you?" Joel wiped her tears and hugged her gently. "Laura, Kelly is in the past. You are my present and future. Don't let her disturb your peace. Can you give me a smile?" Laura gave a small smile. Joel kissed her forehead to comfort her. The next day, Kelly found a place to stay and returned to the city where she used to live. She was determined to see Laura again. She called Laura, and this time Laura picked up. Kelly said she was stranded and begged to meet. Laura agreed, and they met nearby. When they saw each other, Kelly ran to hug Laura, but Laura's face stayed cold. "You look beautiful and healthy, Laura," Kelly said, trying to start a friendly conversation. Laura replied sharply, "Why did you want to see me?" "Let's sit down first," Kelly said calmly. They sat. Laura went straight to the point. "What do you want, Kelly?" "I don't have time." Kelly held Laura's hand. "I know you're mad at me for leaving, but I'm back and want to make things right." Then she noticed the ring on Laura's finger. "Wait, are you married?" Kelly asked. Laura nodded. Kelly smiled, pretending to be happy. "Wow, congrats. You deserve happiness." Laura then gave her some money. "You said you were stranded. Take this, but don't contact me again." Kelly took the money, but her face changed. "What about my son? What about Joel?" At that moment, Joel called Laura's phone. Kelly saw his name on the screen and grabbed the phone before Laura could. She answered but didn't speak. Joel's voice came through. "Hello, baby. I miss you. I'll be working late today, so don't wait up. I love you." Kelly's eyes widened. She was silent, shocked by how loving Joel sounded. She slowly put the phone down, then snapped, "Laura, are you married to Joel?" Laura quickly grabbed the phone back. "Give me my phone," she shouted, then rushed out and got into her car. Kelly jumped into a cab and followed her, determined to find out where Laura lived. She watched as Laura pulled into a beautiful compound. Kelly smirked. "So this is where she's living with my man," she muttered. "She took what's mine. I'll make her pay." She looked around, noting the security cameras and walls. "This won't be hard," she whispered. "Joel and my son will be mine again." The next day, a Saturday, Kelly arrived at Joel's house with her luggage. At the gate, the security guard asked who she was. "I'm Laura's sister," she lied. The guard tried calling Joel and Laura through the landline, but Laura didn't hear it because she was in the kitchen. Joel was still sleeping after working late. Joel Jr. was watching cartoons in the living room. Kelly grew impatient and threatened the guard. "You're wasting my time. I'll get you fired." The guard panicked and let her in. Inside, Kelly spotted Joel Jr. on the couch. She smiled and walked over. "Hi, sweetheart. Do you remember me?" "I'm your mom, Kelly," she said softly. Joel Jr. looked at her confused. "You're not my mom. My mom is in the kitchen," he said. Kelly's smile faded, but she stayed calm. "I know this might be confusing, sweetie, but I'm your real mother. Laura is just helping take care of you." Just then, Laura walked into the living room and froze when she saw Kelly. "Joel Jr., what's going on?" she asked. Kelly stood up and smiled slyly. "Well, look who it is, pretending to be my son's mother." Laura narrowed her eyes. "Who are you, and what do you want?" "You know who I am," Kelly said, placing her hand on Joel Jr.'s shoulder. "I'm Kelly, Joel's woman, the real mother of this boy." Laura quickly moved Joel Jr. away and told him to go upstairs. As the argument heated up, Joel heard the voices and came downstairs. Seeing him, Kelly ran to hug him, but Joel pushed her back. "Who are you? What are you doing here? How did you get this address?" he asked angrily. Kelly replied, "It's me, Kelly. I'm the mother of your child. I know I messed up, but I want to make things right. We can be a family, me, you, and our son." Joel stared at her coldly. "You're not welcome here," he said. "You left us. You don't just come back and expect everything to be fine." Kelly looked hurt, but kept going. "I know I hurt you, Joel, but I want to fix it. I want to be in your life again, in our son's life." Laura stepped forward, angry. "You don't deserve to be in his life. You walked away from him. You're not even a mother." Kelly glared at her. "You think you're better than me? You're just a stand-in, a fake mom. One day, Joel will realize that." Joel's face hardened. "Enough, Kelly. You're not going to mess with our lives. Leave, now, and don't come back." As Joel and Kelly stood face to face, Joel wrapped his arm around Laura's waist and pulled her close. "Laura is my wife now, Kelly." "I don't need you anymore," he said firmly. Before Kelly could respond, Laura suddenly felt sick. She covered her mouth and rushed to the bathroom. Joel's face changed from anger to concern. "Laura, what's wrong?" he called, following her. Inside, Laura leaned over the toilet, throwing up. Joel knocked on the door, worried. "Do you want me to get you anything?" "I'm fine," she replied weakly. He helped her out of the bathroom and back into the living room. Kelly stormed over, furious. She tried to pull Joel away from Laura. "You should be ashamed of yourself, Laura. Out of all men, you went for Joel. My Joel," she yelled. She started shouting insults at Laura. Joel stepped between them, firm and angry. "That's enough, Kelly. Get out of my house, now." Kelly looked hurt at first, but then smirked. "This isn't over, Joel. Next time you won't be so lucky." After Kelly left, Laura's vomiting continued. Joel got more concerned and rushed her to the hospital. After running tests, the doctor gave surprising news. Laura was pregnant. Joel's face lit up. He started dancing with joy right there in the hospital room. Tears ran down his face. "We're having another baby. Our family is growing." He rushed home, full of excitement. When he entered the house, he saw Joel Jr. and Laura's mother sitting in the living room. "Guess what? Laura's pregnant again," Joel announced. Joel Jr.'s eyes got big. "I'm going to be a big brother," he shouted, jumping with excitement. Joel hugged him tightly. "That's right. You'll have a sibling to play with and protect." Laura's mother smiled, full of joy. "Congratulations, Joel. This is wonderful news." Joel grinned. "Thanks, Mom. And Joel Jr., I know you'll be the best big brother." "I want to help plan the baby shower," Joel Jr. said. "Can I pick the clothes and toys too?" "Of course," Joel said, ruffling his hair. "We'll plan it together." As they hugged and laughed, Joel felt grateful for this new chapter. But over at her hotel, Kelly was furious. She called one of her shady contacts and arranged to kidnap Laura and Joel Jr. on Monday morning. The group asked for a large amount of money, which Kelly paid. On Monday, as Laura took Joel Jr. to school, the kidnappers attacked. They grabbed both of them, blindfolded them, and took them to an abandoned building in the woods. Kelly was waiting. When the goons brought them in, Kelly quickly untied Joel Jr. and tried to hug him, but he pushed her away. Kelly looked angry and almost slapped him, but held back, touching his cheeks instead. She then took off Laura's blindfold and began insulting her. Kelly demanded that Laura call Joel. Laura refused at first. Kelly threatened to hurt Joel Jr. if she didn't. Laura gave in and called Joel. He answered immediately, hearing fear in her voice. But before she could say more, Kelly snatched the phone. "Send me a lot of money if you want them safe," she said. Joel begged her not to hurt them and promised to send the money right away. He sent $1 million to her account. Before calling back, Joel informed the police. They told him to keep Kelly on the phone long enough for them to track the location. Joel called again. "I sent the money. Can you let them go now?" Kelly laughed. "Not yet. First, tell your son the truth, that I'm his real mom. Tell him Laura stole you from me. I want him to hate her." Joel refused. "I won't lie to my child." Kelly threatened Laura again. Joel pretended to agree, stalling for time. "Let me talk to my son," he said. Kelly handed the phone to Joel Jr. Joel repeated Kelly's lies, but the boy didn't believe him. Instead, Joel Jr. dropped the phone and ran into Laura's arms crying. Kelly shouted, "You're my child. Laura isn't your mom. She stole your dad from me." Joel Jr. held onto Laura tightly. Her love had never failed him. Kelly got angry and pushed Laura to the ground as she tried to comfort Joel Jr. Suddenly, the police burst into the building. They arrested Kelly and the men she hired. Joel rushed in and ran to Laura and their son. "Are you okay?" he asked, hugging them tightly. Laura nodded through tears. "We're safe, thanks to you and the police." Joel Jr. hugged her tighter. Joel knelt down to his son's level. "Listen, no matter what anyone says, Laura is your real mom. She loves you more than anything, and so do I." Joel Jr. smiled and nodded, and the three of them hugged. Joel took his family home. He was relieved that they were safe. The experience had brought them even closer. Months passed, and Laura's belly grew. They were expecting a baby girl. They prepared the nursery and picked cute clothes. Finally, the day came. Laura gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Emily. Joel held her in his arms, full of joy. Laura's parents were thrilled and showered Emily with love and gifts. Joel and Laura were grateful to be parents again. With Joel Jr. and baby Emily, they enjoyed life as a happy family. Meanwhile, Kelly was left to deal with the consequences of her actions, realizing too late what she had lost. In the end, love, loyalty, and truth stood strong against jealousy, lies, and regret. Laura, once just a friend, became the heart of a family. Joel found not only success, but the kind of love money could never buy. And Joel Jr., wrapped in real love, chose the mother who stayed, not the one who walked away. Sometimes family isn't about who gave you life, but who never gave up on you. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe to Lore Room, and tell us where you're watching from. More powerful stories await you right here.